Alrighty, folks, if you're just tuning in, this is 91.5 K-Squim. It's 10 minutes to 7, and we have Ian Mackay on the phone with us right now. Hey, Ian.
Hello, Rachelle. Thanks for having me.
Yes, absolutely. So I heard you had got a little bit of hypothermia there.
No, it's a problem with us high quadriplegics.
Yeah.
We just can't regulate our temperature. I can't shiver when I'm really cold. And
Yes. Yeah.
sweat when I'm really hot. And
Right.
today we were going through some really thick fog.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it was just soupy
Yeah.
out there, and it was tough to stay warm. I started out pretty good, but by about 6 hours out there, I was cold.
Yeah, I bet. So my dad is a paraplegic, has been my whole life, accident when he was 19. So like we would go out hunting, and I'm like, Dad, I'm freezing. You have to be freezing, and he's like, no, I'm fine. I mean, the beer probably helped him not feel cold.
Yeah.
So when you say that, I'm like, I have a pretty good idea of what you mean. You don't really know what's happening until people are like, hey, you're blue.
Yeah. Well, and the brain starts slowing down a little bit too. Your decision making is impaired. So
Yes.
So I always notice.
Yeah, and if you're out traveling like that, you definitely need to be making good decisions.
Yep. But we got me in the van for lunch. Had the heater cranked up.
Awesome.
I warmed back up, and we got back out on the road. So
man, that's so
it was
great.
a challenge that we got through.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you guys are covering about 40 miles a day. Is that right?
Well, that's the goal. Yeah.
The goal, okay.
Today we were like 38.9 or somewhere, just under 39 miles, and we were supposed to make it 40. So we're still behind by about four miles for the whole trip, but we'll be
That's
able to
all
make it up, we think.
Right.
And,
You're still going, so that's all that matters, man.
we're still cruising along, and so much of the time it is difficult. I mean, I'm driving this wheelchair with my mouth.
Right.
I'm dealing with really narrow shoulders and just brutal rumble strips on the side of the road.
It beats your body up, right?
And temperatures, but you gotta just look around once in a while and see how beautiful the area you're going through is, and
right.
And that does make it all better. And I think that's what we all got to do in life in general right now. There are so many challenges that we are overcoming nonstop. But instead of focusing on those, make sure we stop and smell the roses once in a while.
Yeah. Now, I've heard of you a lot of my life, and correct me if I'm wrong. Did you develop an app with Apple or something? Am I?
So I work with Apple,
Okay.
and I did get to be involved with with voice control, a feature that the Apple operating system offers.
That is so cool.
Allows people to control their phone with their voice.
That is awesome. So what was that like? Was everybody was pretty cool?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I never really wanted to be in the tech industry. I was biology was my background.
Yeah.
But it ultimately improves my independence and my access to technology,
right.
and all of my brothers and sisters in
absolutely
shares with similar levels. They also benefit. So I've found that tremendously rewarding, and I'm happy to reap the benefits while I'm out on the trail and sending text messages or navigating or talking with sponsors or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. That is so cool. Well, I just think that is super neat. My dad knows who you are, and he's like, oh man, this kid, look at him go. He's cheering you on. Well, we all are, really. Well,
it's a lot of fun. It's difficult, and I think anything worth doing is often difficult. And that's right. I think the rewards will be all the better for it.
Yeah. I mean, if stuff was easy, we'd all be doing it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, where you guys are going to Fort Bragg, California, right?
Eventually.
Yeah,
today we that's where we'll finish up on Saturday evening.
Okay.
But today the plan was to make it to Eureka, California. We made it to Arcata, which was kind of the town where Humboldt State University is.
Nice.
I had a couple friends in that area, but wasn't able to see them because of the pandemic stuff.
Oh.
But anyway, it was a really cool town to cruise through, and we got to go right down main streets, and it was a lot of fun.
So are these?
we finished in a reasonable spot.
Yeah. Are these places that you've been before, or this is all new?
So this actually is a bike tour that my good buddy Dr. B, who's with me right now.
Hey, Dr. B.
He did it in '06, and I was part of the road crew. I had a Westphalia Volkswagen camper van that I drove all the way down Northern California with them as they rode their bikes. And so I've done it in a vehicle supporting cyclists,
Yeah.
but I've never done it on the road. So this is my chance, and
Yeah.
we're having a great time.
Oh man, that is so cool. I totally love it. So what is the total, do you have an idea of like the total mileage that you guys are traveling?
Yeah, 272 miles is the total goal. And like I said, we're 5 miles short after day 3, so we got a few miles to make up.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. And you've got quite a crew. I heard your mom was talking with Jeff earlier. She sounds like a pretty rad lady.
Yeah. Of the crew. Yeah. She is awesome, and she's out there, doing the road stuff, and she's also helping with the social media and managing photos and dealing with press stuff. She's busy all day, and of course getting us food and making sure that we're okay out there on the road.
Yeah.
So she's wonderful, and then I've got these cyclists that are with me, and they're all tremendous. And when there is very little shoulder or no shoulder, I mean, they are out in the road moving cars to the other lane.
That's scary.
Because there's nowhere else for us to go.
Right.
I mean, often there's no shoulder at all, and even if you're on a bike, you don't got any space. But on a wheelchair, I've got to be out there a little bit, and mostly the vehicles are pretty friendly and accommodating, and no big complaints. Once in a while, there's some big trucks or something that get a little close, and the crew shakes their fist at them. But,
yeah, puts some kinks in your eyelashes, huh?
Yeah, it wakes us up, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I bet. I couldn't imagine. Yeah, I heard. I was listening with Jeff talking to your mom about blue balls and noodly appendages.
Oh yeah.
that conversation had all of us laughing. We had phone calls, people calling in. I'm crying, and it's so funny.
Well, you got to find amusement.
Absolutely.
Sometimes things get stressful and high anxiety, and so if you don't laugh, and then you're just stuck, frustrated.
Yeah. So you guys are kind of like NASCAR, like you got a crew. So I mean, things rattle loose, stuff like that, and they stop. They stop and you get fixed up on the side of the road.
Totally, and actually, it's less often me that's being fixed up, and more often the bikes.
Right? Didn't somebody get like 4 flats already?
I think 5.
5
is now the number. Because we had another one since you guys probably heard from my mom. But yeah, we are fixing tires like no other. By the end of this, I hope that our times are similar to a NASCAR crew.
Yeah. Oh, I totally love it. That's so great. So far, what has been your most favorite thing about the trip, the adventure, I should say?
Well, I mean, the scenery up here is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Going under some really big trees, and
I
mean, we were right along the water all day today.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it's so foggy you can't see, 10, 15 feet away.
Right.
So we weren't able to appreciate that.
Yeah.
But by far, my favorite part about this, and really a big reason why I do it, is to be with my friends, to be with everybody on the road, and the camaraderie, and and the subtle jokes, and just a good time out there, making it happen.
Yeah, I'm in here like taking deep breaths, trying to really smell the ocean air really hard.
We do enjoy that smell of ocean, but half the time we smell smoke, and that's also another big challenge that we deal with.
Yeah.
It was worse in the beginning. A lot of times when it's so foggy, you can't even, maybe it kind of builds a barrier between the smoke above it. But we didn't notice it as much for most of the day.
Well, that's good. That's good. Wow. I'm just totally in awe. I mean, I've been listening throughout the week to other announcers and other folks talking with you guys. So when he said, "Hey, do you want to talk with Ian?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes!" And then I was like, I was like, I don't have any questions, any paperwork. I'm like, okay, well, we'll wing it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Yeah, the best conversations are organic conversations.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So what's your least favorite?
Well, I think my least favorite is that my chair, I put some tires on it right before I left.
Uh-huh.
And it turns out that there's a slight difference in the diameter of those tires.
Oh, no.
And that is making me pull to the left a bit.
Uh-huh.
So that's pulling me into traffic all the time, and it's pulling me into that little rumble strip a lot. So often the shoulder, if it's like a perfect width, just like the edge of the shoulder, my one wheel's right next to, and the rumble strip is on the other side, that gets really, really hectic.
Yeah.
Because, if I spill off on the right side, I have a chance to go off the cliff and go into the ocean.
Yeah.
And if I switch off the left side, then I have a chance of going into a big rig. So, it just...
Neither one sounds fun.
No, and you just tend to really tense your shoulders. Well, for me, it's all I can tense. It's really my neck or my shoulders.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find myself doing that a lot. And then, if something starts looking wrong, like I am going to go one direction or the other,
Yeah.
I often just stop the chair. I don't want to go either way.
No!
And then the team behind me has an easy time just running right into me. And then they've got flags on their bicycles, and the height of those flags is really close to eye height.
Yeah.
So then the bike behind the person that hits me almost pokes their eye out on the flag on
Oh my
the
goodness.
first bike, and it's a bit of a mess there.
Right. It's
So
more
that's
than just a
not-
pile up.
Yeah, that's not fun. And usually you just got to get through that part, and you don't think about it, and
Right.
you just keep looking ahead,
Right.
and everything clears up again. But
Yeah.
there's always going to be sections that are not ideal, and those parts just get my teeth grinding and my heart racing.
I bet.
So don't love those.
No, I wouldn't love those either, most definitely. So I've got a little bit of radio stuff I got to do. We've got the lowdown on science. I know that you're kind of wanting to get off the phone, but do you still want to hang out and chat a little bit more, or do you want to be done for the evening? Because I know you got a lot going on.
Well, yeah, we probably better call it quits here
Okay.
because
Okay.
I am getting some bad reception.
Alrighty.
And we are heading to our Airbnb, and I
fun.
need to take a breath for the day.
Yeah, I hope somebody gets you guys some beers or something. So,
Well, I do too. Let me tell you.
right, for real.
Maybe more than a few tonight. I don't know.
Right on. We'll post funny pics for us.
All right.
Well, it was good talking to you, Ian.
Well, I look forward to bringing you guys up to speed tomorrow, and
Absolutely.
hopefully I can do it at the appropriate time of 5:30. But I'll let you know.
We'll take what we can get, man.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you.
It was good talking to you. Talk to you later, Ian.
Good talking. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. And that was Ian Mackay, folks.